Excuse us.
Yes?
Mr. and Mrs. Kingston, we have a reservation.
Oh, yes, the newlyweds. Congratulations.
Can I get your luggage?
Oh, thank you. Here's the keys.
It's the Silver Jack.
Oh.
We don't actually have a honeymoon suite, but we're going to give you the Martin Van Buren one.
Oh, Martin Van Buren stayed here?
No. When we bought the inn, that particular room had a picture of Martin Van Buren in it.
But it really is our nicest room. Would you like to see it?
I would.
Follow me.
Could you cash some traveler's checks for me?
Sure.
Today?
My God, Stephanie!
Ted!
I can't believe it's you!
This is incredible!
I'm going to take a guess you've met before?
Are you kidding? We were practically engaged once. Ted Kingston, Dick Loudon. What on earth are you doing here? As if I couldn't guess.
I'm up here on my honeymoon.
Your what?
My honeymoon. I just married Tish.
Tish Ellison?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. I mean, happiness always.
Thank you. What are you doing up here?
Well, Well, I guess there's no point in trying to keep it a secret. I'm on kind of a sabbatical.
Oh, that's right. I heard your parents cut you off.
It was actually a mutual agreement. So I'm up here now, just kind of getting away from it all and thinking about my future.
Oh, Stephanie, we're going to need more towels in the Van Buren room.
And helping out here at the end. Steph! Yes! You know each other?
For just ages, we went to high school together.
Oh, how are you? Fine. Congratulations on Ted.
Thank you. Congratulations to you, too. I understand that you've landed a job as a maid. Oh, well, let me look at you. Oh, you haven't changed a bit.
Thank you.
Why?
These two were best friends in high school.
It shows.
I still can't get over what a coincidence this is.
Oh, come on. You must have known I was up here.
I swear I didn't.
I did. Listen, Ted and I have to unpack, but after we've rested and you've finished your scrubbing, we'll have to sit down and have a nice long chat. Come on, Ted. I can't wait for you to see our room. Stephanie's gotten it so clean it just glistens.
It's nice to see you again.
You too. I hate her. Stephanie, what is the matter with you? Of all the people in the world that I never wanted to see again, Tish Ellison was at the top of the list. Why? We just always had this rivalry. And Ted was one of the main things we had the rivalry over. Except in high school, he was mine. I thought he was the guy I was going to marry.
What happened?
Oh, he bought a car I didn't like, so we broke up.
You broke up because you didn't like his car?
I know it sounds silly now, but... Joanna, you remember that time in your life when the most important thing in the world was your boyfriend's sports car? No. Well, I guess in Ohio, the most important thing was your boyfriend's cow, but you understand what I'm getting at. Anyway, the only thing that matters now is that Ted and Tish are married. And she's come up here to rub my face in it. And the worst part is there's nothing I can do except let her.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Who owns the Silver Jack? What's that all about?
Nothing. What do you want, Kirk?
Oh, I just came over to ask you guys if you were doing anything tonight.
I don't think so. What?
Well, Cindy and I would like to invite the two of you over for dinner.
Over where?
To my cafe.
You're having a dinner party at your cafe?
Yes, Dick, imagine that. Someone actually serving a dinner at a restaurant.
Well, I think it sounds nice. Don't you?
Yeah.
Great. I'll tell Cindy you can't wait. You know, this is going to be the first dinner party I've ever had. Before I met Cindy, I never felt like sharing, but now I guess I I feel like returning all the warmth and kindness that everyone over here has shown me.
Well, that's nice, Kurt.
Okay. Oh, by the way, it's just the four of us, so mum's the word to George and Stephanie.
Excuse me, is that fresh coffee?
Yes, it is. Would you like some?
You read my mind. With just a kiss of cream.
A big kiss or a little?
A peck.
A peck of cream.
We just love your inn.
Oh, thank you.
We've only been here for a couple of hours, but I already feel like this is our home.
I feel the same way. Where's Mr. Kingston?
Oh, he just stepped out to soak up some fresh air. Please, call us Ted and Tish.
Tish, is that short for something?
Tisha.
Hi. You said you wanted to talk, and I couldn't see any way of putting it off, so here I am.
Well, I'm sure you two have a lot of reminiscing to do. I'll just go in my study and, write a book.
He seems nice.
Oh, he is. Dick and Joanna both are.
Well, enough of them. Let's talk about us. Oh, poor Stephanie.
Really, Tish, you don't have to feel sorry for me.
But I want to.
Well, don't.
So tell me the truth. How have you been?
I've been fine, really.
I heard about you and Carl. I'm so sorry. People back home would ask me, what happened to Stephanie? They'd heard that you'd run off to some godforsaken hamlet in Vermont. And I said, well, I don't know, but I do know Stephanie, and I can't believe she'd do that. Boy, don't I feel the fool.
It must get tiresome.
Speaking of people back home, you should have seen our wedding. Everyone was there. Oh, I could spank myself for not sending you an invitation. It was the wedding you always dreamed of.
Did you look nice?
Would you like me to bring down the pictures?
No, I'm afraid I might spill something on them.
Well, I had the most gorgeous dress. It was ivory satin with an antique lace bodice with this flowing 15-foot train. It was absolutely magnificent.
So you went ahead and wore white, huh?
Yes.
Well, it certainly sounds like a lovely wedding.
Lovely and huge. I'm so lucky, Stephanie. I've got everything that all of us ever wanted.
Well, then the surgery was worth it, wasn't it?
It's absolutely beautiful up here. Who wants to go for a drive with me?
Looks like Tish is wagging her tail.
I'll get my coat.
We'll see you later, Stephanie.
Can't wait.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
By the way, your car was under a tree, and I was afraid of birds, so I moved it.
Oh, thanks.
Why, you have some great car. Pushes real nice.
I think I'm going to go up to my room.
Is everything all right?
I'm a little depressed. Did you ever have a situation where you could have had something and you gave it up and now you regret it?
No?
Entrez-vous.
Stephanie, Joanna wanted... Stephanie? Stephanie, Joanna wanted me to tell you we'll be over at Kirk's.
Okay.
Are you looking for something?
No. I'm a little depressed.
Anything I can do to help?
I don't think so.
I don't believe this room.
Oh, that's right. You've never seen it.
Why aren't these clothes in your closet?
Because my shoes are in my closet. Dick. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
I was just thinking. What if it turns out that Ted was the right guy for me? What if I never find anyone else? And I spend the rest of my life alone and miserable and living in this room.
I really don't think that's going to happen.
How can you be sure?
Because I think these clothes are going to run you out of this room. I'm sorry. I understand how you feel. You're upset because you see somebody else with something that you thought you wanted. And I know this is going to sound cliched, but you're still young. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah? Well, if you promise never to repeat this, I'm going to tell you something that no one in the world knows outside of my own family.
What's that?
I'm not as young as you think.
How young are you?
How young do you think I am?
22, 23?
Do you really think I'm that young?
That's what I guess.
Oh. Well, okay, then I am. But it still doesn't keep me from being depressed.
Stephanie, I'm sure someday you'll meet a guy that you're crazy about, and your whole life will change.
If only it could happen while Tish is here.
I have to get going, but try to cheer up, okay?
Come in.
Hi.
Oh, it's you.
Tish is in getting ready so we can go out for dinner. I was wondering if we could talk.
Sure. What about?
I just wanted to tell you how great it was finding you here. I guess it's inevitable. Seeing you has stirred up a lot of old feelings.
Yeah, well, for me, seeing you and Tish has stirred up a lot of new ones.
I think you should know that if I had thought there was a chance with you, I never would have married Tish.
What?
And what's more, if I thought there was still a chance, I don't think I could stay with her.
I can't believe you said that.
Why?
Because you just got married. You can't be serious.
I'm not. That's why I'm interested in you.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Stephanie, you can't say we didn't have great times together. Remember those drives we used to take along the coast? Remember how we used to stop and have those in-depth conversations? Remember what we used to talk about?
Not really.
But you do remember they were in-depth.
Oh, yeah.
If you and I were back together, I could take care of you.
I just don't understand how you could be saying this to me when you're married to Tish.
Let's face it, Tish is shallow.
So am I.
Yeah, but you're blonde.
It's true.
Listen, I've got to run. We have dinner reservations. Think about it, huh?
You'd really leave her for me?
My feelings for you run so deep, I'd dump her so fast she wouldn't know what hit her.
It's so nice to see you guys. I really did want to have you over to my place, but I've only got a table for two.
No, this is fine, really.
I offered to cook, but Kirk insisted that he do everything himself. He's so excited. I think it's kind of sweet.
Well, how's everybody doing?
Just fine.
I hope you're hungry.
We are.
Well, then, why don't we all take a look at these and decide what we want?
We're ordering from the menu.
Honey, I thought you were making a chicken or something.
I have chicken on the menu.
Well, this is all right. Actually, it's kind of fun. I've never ordered at a dinner party before. I guess I'll have the Salisbury steak.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have the beef dip.
Excellent. Would you like soup or salad?
I'll have the soup.
I'll have salad.
Your dinner doesn't come with salad.
Honey, if Dick wants a salad, I think you should make him one.
Well, that's true. I'm not charging him. But you're getting the Italian dressing.
What's the cluck in a bucket?
It's boneless breast of chicken and French fries in a red plastic basket.
I guess I'll have that.
It says here there's a choice of vegetables.
Yeah, peas.
All you have is peas?
Yeah.
Well, then what's the choice?
Do you want them or not?
Oh, well, I guess I'll have them.
Great. Darling, why don't you go put on some music while I go fire up the grill?
Okay.
We're closed. What?
Oh, honey, it's George.
Go away, George. We're closed.
Is everything okay at the inn?
Oh, sure, everything's fine. It's just that I couldn't find anything to eat, and I thought maybe I could get a hamburger to go.
Oh, George.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize, George, you didn't have dinner. Wait outside and I'll fry you a hamburger.
Thanks.
George, get back here. You can have dinner with us.
Are you sure?
Wait a minute. I planned this before.
You haven't planned anything. We're ordering from menus.
Well, I don't want to butt in.
Don't be silly. You're going to sit down with us and eat dinner.
Where do you propose to put him?
We'll pull another table over here, and he can sit here.
Oh, fine. Let him stay. You're pathetic. You know that?
Hi, guys.
Oh, crying out loud.
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting.
What are you people, babies? You can't eat by yourselves?
I didn't come over here to eat. I came over here to talk.
Well, talk to them. I have to go cook.
Stephanie, what's the matter? It's Ted. He just came into my room and proposed.
What? Who's Ted?
He's an old friend of Stephanie's.
He just started talking about how great we were together, and he said if I was still interested, he was still interested.
This is crazy. This man's on his honeymoon.
How can this be?
Guess he's not having a good time.
What did you tell him? I didn't tell him anything. I was so shocked. I didn't know what to say.
You're not actually considering going with him, are you?
Of course not. I'm just trying to decide whether or not I should tell Tish.
Who's Tish?
Ted's wife.
I mean, knowing something like this could absolutely destroy her. Then again, it does seem like kind of a lousy thing to do.
Stephanie, I can't believe you tell her just to get even.
You can't.
You wouldn't, would you?
I don't know. I'm torn. I can't deny there's a part of me that would love to burst her bubble. On the other hand, she is my best friend, and as much as I hate her, I really don't want to see her hurt.
So what do you think you're going to do?
I'm not sure.
Well, listen, would you like to have something to eat while you're thinking about it?
I guess so. You know, even in the midst of wrestling with this terrible problem, I was wondering who was going to make my dinner.
Here we go. Soup and salad for 5.
Oh, Kirk, Stephanie's staying too.
Alrighty.
how's this for the thank you note?
Dear Kirk, thanks for dinner. Dick and Joanna. This is it?
Well, honey, what am I supposed to say? It was the worst dinner party I've ever been to in my life.
Well, still, I think you should say it was a lovely evening and we had a wonderful time.
You're a real mountain of integrity, you know that?
Good morning.
Hi.
We're checking out.
Oh, so soon?
Yeah, we're headed for the Caribbean. Tish needs to be tanned. Is Stephanie around?
Yeah, she's in the dining room.
I just wanted to say goodbye. Excuse me. Hi, Stephanie.
Oh, hi, Ted.
I just came to tell you we're leaving.
You're kidding.
No, Tish got this sudden yen for the Virgin Islands, so we're taking off. But before I left with her, I wanted to check with you first. Did you think about what I said last night?
Yeah.
What did you decide?
Thanks, but no thanks.
I see. Well, listen, you know where to reach me if you change your mind.
Oh, Stephanie, there you are. I was looking for you in all the bathrooms.
I was just telling her we were leaving.
Well, why don't you go and warm up the car while Stephanie and I say our goodbyes? Oh, Stephanie, it doesn't seem fair to leave you here struggling to make ends meet like this while Ted and I fly off to the Caribbean. I mean, it's fine, but it just doesn't seem fair.
I'll be okay, Tish.
Well, you certainly have blossomed into a wonderful maid. Honestly, if they ever let you go, I'll be glad to hire you.
You know, Tish, I wasn't going to tell you this, but now I think I will.
What's that?
It's about you and Ted.
What about us?
I just want you to know. I just want you to know that I hope you'll both be very happy.
Why, thank you, Stephanie. Do you really mean that?
I really do. I think you deserve each other.
So, when do you think we'll see each other again?
I couldn't say.
Well, great then. We'll just play it by ear. Thank you both. We had a wonderful time.
Enjoy the rest of your honeymoon.
Well, really, it's over.
I guess that's true.
Listen, before I go, I left a little something for you up in the room.
You left me a tip?
Oh, don't think of it as a tip. Think of it as charity. Goodbye, Stephanie.
Have a nice trip.
Meow.
Well, you're out early this morning. What have you got there?
Just cosmetics.
Where do you keep all that stuff?
Any place I can find.
Would you like me to make something for you to keep all that in?
You mean like a vanity? Would you, George?
Sure, I'd be glad to.
It wouldn't have to be anything fancy. It'd just have to be a place to hold my moisturizers, mud packs, foundations, powders, blushers, mascara, eyeliner, eyeshadow, curler, lipsticks, and glasses.
Is all that on there now?
Most of it.
Boy, when you wash your face, it must be this big.
Where's Joanna?
She's in the basement doing the laundry.
Honey, would you come up here for a second?
In a minute. As long as you're doing this, do you think you could build me a swivel stool so I can do this?
What are you guys talking about?
George is going to build me a vanity. Isn't that great?
Stephanie, don't you think you put a little too much emphasis on, how you look?
Well, maybe, but what am I supposed to do? I mean, nobody's ever said to me, gee, Stephanie, you're smart, or gee, Stephanie, you're fun to be with. All I've ever been complimented on are my looks. Frankly, Dick, being attractive can be a real burden.
Yes, that's true.
You don't know how lucky you are. What do you want, honey?
Oh, I have some good news. Paul Fraser called me. He's the host of Book Talk, and he wants me to be his guest this Sunday.
You're kidding. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What's Book Talk?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, it's a local television program where they interview writers.
About what?
About what they've written.
No wonder I've never seen it.
Well, I'm proud of you. I think it's great.
The most beautiful girl in the world picks my ties out, cooks me dinner, is a winner. Hi, guys. Everybody. The most beautiful girl in the world cooks me dinner.
I take it Cindy cooked dinner for you last night.
It was unbelievable. We had veal scallopini, carrots vichy, creamed spinach, chantilly potatoes, and French chocolate mousse. But then, I guess when you're in love, anything tastes good. So what's new with you guys?
We just found out Dick's going to be on Book Talk this Sunday.
Book Talk? Is that the show that's on at 4 o'clock in the morning right after Amish aerobics?
No, it happens to be a very highly thought of program on Sunday.
What time Sunday?
It's a filler between the end of the football game and the news.
Certainly sounds like something people take seriously.
Kirk, it doesn't matter what time it's on. It's an honor that Dick has been recognized as a fine writer.
Or a fine filler.
Well, I know I'm going to watch.
Me too.
Not me.
Why not?
Because I'm dating Cindy. I have a life now.
Well, I think the least you can do is take a few minutes out to watch Dick.
This is true. Can I watch it over here? My TV's broken.
Of course. We'll make it a party. We'll pop some popcorn, have some hot cider, and make an afternoon of it.
Well, that sounds great.
Would you like me to bring something?
Sure, what would you like to bring?
Cindy?
That is fascinating. We're talking to Dick Loudon, author of Let's Build a Barbecue, and we'll be right back after this commercial word.
He's doing great, isn't he?
I can't believe Cindy had to work today.
Kirk, would you stop pouting? She's entertaining at a child's birthday party.
This is what I hate about dating a professional clown. They're always busy on weekends. That should be my time with Cindy.
Kirk, you're being selfish.
I'm being selfish. I'm not the one who picked a day to turn 6.
The commercial is almost over.
Well, big whip.
Kirk, if you don't want to watch, why don't you just go home?
No. If I stay here, at least I know there's someone more bored than I am.
Who's that?
The guy who's talking to Dick.
Welcome back. We're talking to Dick Loudon, author of Let's Build a Barbecue, which you can pick up at your neighborhood bookstore.
No, it's not in the bookstores. It's in the hardware stores.
Oh,
Locally, it can be found at Handy Sam, the hardware man.
thank you, Dick. You've been a wonderful guest. I'm sorry the game ran long and we didn't have more time to talk.
Well, you know what they say, sometimes a man says more when he doesn't say anything.
So true, so true. Well, that closes the cover on another Sunday afternoon. This is Paul Fraser for Book Talk saying, keep reading. Thanks, Dick. I really enjoyed talking to you. I like your book, too.
Oh, thank you.
Nice program, Paul.
Oh, thanks. Dick, this is our producer, Michael Harris.
Oh, how do you do?
Nice show.
Thank you.
Well, if you two excuse me, I've got a few calls to make.
Dick, can you spare a moment?
Oh, sure.
I like the way you handled yourself out there. You're witty, you're articulate, you think quick on your seat. I was impressed.
Thank you.
I mean it. You've got poise, charm, and intelligence, and you seem to possess a keen insight into human nature.
Well, you're no slouch yourself.
Let me get right to the point. Paul is leaving us. In fact, this was his last show. We've been looking around for a replacement. I think you'd be perfect.
Me?
Why not?
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm flattered, but I don't have the time.
Well, this doesn't take much time. All you need to do is schedule a guest and read a book a week. You do read, don't you?
You really think I could do it?
Not only do I think you could do it, I think you'd be terrific at it. The show could really use a personality like yours. Not to mention, it would be an opportunity to meet and talk to other writers.
Well, I must admit I would enjoy that part of it.
And you can get anybody you want because it's your show.
Well, there are a few writers out there I'd like to talk with.
Why don't you give it a try?
Okay, what the heck?
Great.
Yeah, I was honored just being a guest on the show. I never thought that I'd be a host. Carson better hope I never do the Tonight Show.
That's wit, right? Right. Love it. Well, see you next Sunday.
What time should I be here?
Just make sure you're here by the 2-minute warning. Al, do we have any Danish?
Do you want me to pick up anything on the way? Okay, well, I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Bye-bye. Oh, hi, Dick. Something I can do for you?
I just came over to say I was sorry to hear that you're leaving.
What? Oh, my God.
Paul, I'm sorry. I was under the impression that leaving was your idea.
No.
But don't leave yet. I'll be right back.
Well, check with Dave and get back to me.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi, Dad.
I thought Paul knew he was leaving.
You didn't tell him, did you?
Yes.
Ooh. How'd he take it?
He's crushed. Who wouldn't be? Look, I can't take this job.
Oh, Dick, listen, you don't understand. Paul is leaving, whether you decide to be the new host or not. This decision was made long before we spotted you.
Yeah, but still.
He's been here 15 years. I think they just feel it's time for a new face. Look, it's not even my decision. This comes straight from the president. Of Channel 8, I mean.
And you're sure there's no way that Paul could get his job back?
Dick, they're already out there scraping his name off the parking space. Believe me, you're not squeezing anybody out. You're filling a vacancy.
I still don't like the idea.
But you will do it?
I guess so.
Terrific.
But I'm dedicating next week's show to Paul.
That's a super idea. See you next week.
Elliot, you're a literary agent. You must know some authors. It's not Timbuktu, it's Vermont. Well, I don't care who you get, just get somebody. Nobody wants to do the show.
I thought you were going to get Norman Mailer.
I was. He turned me down.
You talked to Norman Mailer?
I talked to his agent's secretary. She turned me down. I mean, honey, the only reason I took this job was to meet and talk with authors. I thought they'd be as excited as I am to be on the show.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'll just hope Elliot can come up with somebody. If he doesn't, I may wind up interviewing myself.
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Can you write a book by Sunday?
I have got great news. Guess who's going to sponsor your show?
Oh, Lord.
You would not believe how cheap it is to advertise on that program.
I don't want to hear.
Are you sure? It's funny.
How are you doing this, Kirk?
It's the perfect tie-in. The host of Book Talk is my neighbor and my best friend.
You quit calling me your best friend? This is not the kind of program where you hawk hamburgers.
Dick, I realize it's a classy show, but I intend to do a classy commercial. That's why I want Joanna to be my spokeswoman for the cafe.
Me?
Joanna?
Honey, I really don't think we both have to be that surprised.
I think you'd be perfect. You're the most sophisticated woman I know.
I am?
Yeah.
What do you think, Dick?
Well, honey, it's up to you, but, I mean, you really want to be seen representing a greasy, crummy cafe?
What would I wear?
Anything you want.
Dick, I know you're worried that Kirk is going to do something embarrassing, but if I were there, I could make sure that didn't happen.
Honey, I told you, if you want to do it, it's up to you.
Well, okay. If everybody really thinks I'd be good.
Great. We have to shoot the commercial on Sunday.
Sunday's fine.
Wait a minute. Neither of us is going to be here on Sunday. I better tell George and Stephanie.
Oh, by the way, they say TV adds 10 pounds to you, so you might want to drop a few beforehand.
Have you seen the producer of the show?
Have a good show, Dick.
Oh, hey, Michael, wait a minute. Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you all week. You never returned my calls.
Didn't I? Sorry. What's the problem?
Well, you never told me how hard it was to get guests. I mean, you said it'd take a couple hours. I've been on the phone all week calling people.
Gee, I hope you got somebody.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how good he is. I got him at the last minute.
Well, what's his book?
The Complete History of the Universe.
Sounds good. What's the problem?
This is it.
Well, don't worry. The game will probably go into overtime. You'll just be on for a few minutes anyway. Have a good one. 2 minutes, Mr. Loudon.
Have you seen my guest? That's starting to hurt.
Excuse me, Mr. Loudon?
Yes.
My name is Lloyd Mininger. I'm supposed to be your guest today.
My guest's name is Donald Boone.
Well, apparently Mr. Boone couldn't make it, and I'm supposed to be a replacement.
Oh, great. Just what I needed.
I'm sorry if that's a problem.
No, that's all right. I haven't read your book.
I have it right here.
Up the Amazon by Colonel Lloyd Mininger. You're a colonel?
Yes, Air Force, but I'm retired.
Oh. What's the book about?
It's about a canoe trip I took up the Amazon a couple of years ago.
1 minute, Mr. Loudon.
Okay, do you think you can talk about this for 10 or 15 minutes?
Oh, I can talk about this for days.
Great. Thank you. Okay, I'll introduce you, and then I'll say, tell us about your trip, Colonel, and then you take it from there.
Fine.
Okay, when I give you your cue, read this. In 5, 4, 3, 2...
Hi, I'm Dick Loudon, and this is Book Talk. For those of you who are used to seeing Paul Fraser sitting in this chair, I should tell you that Paul has decided to leave and go on to what I'm sure will be an incredibly successful career doing something else. Just a personal note. Good luck, Paul. This one's for you. My guest in the studio today is Colonel Lloyd Mininger. He's written a fascinating book called Up the Amazon. Colonel, tell us about your trip.
Thank you, Dick. I've always been fascinated by stories about the Amazon. So when I retired from the Air Force, I arranged for some guides and canoes, and after months of planning, set out to travel from the mouth to the source of the Amazon. The whole trip was a medley of pain and pleasure.
And why is that, Colonel?
Well, there were times the mosquitoes were so thick we couldn't see each other. And sometimes the air was so heavy we felt we were drinking it instead of breathing it. And yet, the sheer spectacle of those deep green rainforests, unspoiled by any man, was worth every inconvenience.
Now, did you get to the source of the river?
Not quite, Dick. About 5 months into the trip, we decided to explore a tributary hundreds of miles from any civilization. A day or two into this side trip, we pulled the canoes over to the bank and decided to do some exploring on foot. We walked for several miles when we came upon a clearing in the jungle that had some of the most breathtaking scenery I think I've ever seen.
Well, why don't you tell us about it, Colonel?
Well, Dick, it was a beautiful primeval valley filled with hundreds of varieties of exotic vegetation, and perhaps most amazing, a herd of prehistoric dinosaurs.
What?
That's right, Dick. Some docile brontosauri, flying pterodactyls, and of course the king of these great beasts, the carnivorous Tyrannosaurus Rex. Needless to say, we were shocked. Amazed. Simultaneously amazed and terrified, we were torn between running for our lives and running for our cameras.
Are you trying to tell us that you found dinosaurs in South America?
Correct, Dick. Of course, I would not be making these claims without documented proof. I have here an actual, unretouched photo clearly showing the existence of these giant reptiles.
I can't make out anything in that.
Well, of course, it was taken from the air.
Wait a minute. I thought you said you made the trip by canoe.
We did, Dick. But we were graciously transported aloft to take this photograph by the extraterrestrials who live in the area.
Extraterrestrials.
That's right. They are actually ball-shaped and communicate through telepathy.
Don't go away. Not that you would. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
And we're into commercial. Right, okay, great guest, Dick. Michael Howard. Terrific.
Thank you.
Can we get makeup here?
Michael, could I talk to you for a second?
After the show, Dick.
Just look at the monitor, Dick. I'll cue you when the commercial's over. Hi, friends. Kirk Devane, owner of the Minuteman Cafe. How much would you pay for this delicious, juicy, all-beef hamburger patty on a wonderful white bread bun? Well, don't answer yet. What if I threw in a very green lettuce leaf, an entire onion slice, and some lip-smacking pickles? Now how much would you pay? Well, don't say anything, because at the Minuteman, we also give you your choice of condiments. Mustard or ketchup. Now, you might expect to pay as much as $15 or $20 for a meal like this at some restaurants. But at the Minuteman, the monster meal in a bun is only $3.29. You heard me right, $3.29. And they are irresistible. Why, this lady here, turn around, is on her 4th burger. Yes, a perfectly attractive woman willing to eat herself into obesity for my burgers. And you will too, once you've had a monster meal in the bun at Kirk Devane's Minuteman Cafe next door to the Stratford Inn, owned by your book talk host, Dick Loudon. Back to you, Dick. We're back. Cue, Dick.
Right. We're talking with retired Air Force Colonel Lloyd Menninger, who has written a book called Up the Amazon, in which he purports to have seen dinosaurs and aliens living somewhere in Brazil. Colonel, I'm sure that you'll have to admit that you've made some extraordinary claims, and at the risk of sounding realistic, it seems to me that if there were dinosaurs and alien beings on the banks of the Amazon, we would have heard about it before this.
Well, not from me, Dick. I've been in hiding.
Hiding?
Correct, Dick. The government is trying to kill me. Obviously, when I say government, I mean specifically the CIA. They know that if this information were to get out, it would panic the public.
But you're not hiding now.
Well, Dick, I didn't feel I could pass up an opportunity to speak on television. I've been trying for months to tell my story over the airwaves. But as we all know, the 3 major networks, as well as PBS and most cable channels, are now controlled by the Soviet Union.
Okay, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today.
4 more minutes, Dick.
Not from me, pal. This is Dick Loudon for Book Talk saying goodbye. And please try to forget this.
And how long have you been in the KGB, Dick?
Meow.